Now let me teach just for a moment. The Apostle Paul tells the Corinthian ecclesia in 1 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 1, the Amplified, along with a paraphrase of the Greek translation, these words. When I came to you, I used plain language to proclaim the testimony, the evidence, the genius, the mystery, and the secret of God concerning what He's done and what He is doing through Christ. Notice what He's done and what He is doing. New King James Version reads, 1 Corinthians 2:1, I did not come with excellent speech, declaring to you the testimony of God. Now the word testimony is the Greek word maturion, and it refers to a witness in a courtroom who swears that what they are saying is true. Maturion means something that is evidential. It means a declaration of a witness that is making something very plain, something very clear, and it is a statement of proof. It's not hearsay evidence. It is a statement of truth. New Living Translation reads this way, I didn't use lofty words and impressive wisdom to tell you God's secret plans. His secret plans. The Message Bible says God's master stroke or His mysterious genius. See, the genius of God, it's a bit mysterious to us. Isaiah 55:8, God says, my thoughts are not your thoughts. My ways are not your ways. My ways are higher than your ways, and my thoughts are higher than your thoughts. And you come down to verse 11, and He says, my words are the words that I send will prosper in the things I send them to do. Message Bible says the words of God have assignments breathed into them. They are breathed with assignments. See, prophetic words have an assignment. Prophetic dreams have an assignment. Prophetic visions. How many hundreds of prophetic words have you received? They have an assignment in them, and now it is coming to a defined connecting moment to activate. You're about to move into prophetic words that are 20, 30, 50 years old. Paul says it's a genius plan the Godhead hid in itself before the world began. Simply put, God's plans are genius. Paul goes on to tell us this in 1 Corinthians 2:7, Message Bible. God's wisdom is something mysterious that goes deep into the interior of His purposes, plural, purposes. You don't find it lying around on the surface. It's not the latest message, but more like the oldest. What God determined as the way to bring out the best in us long before we ever arrived on the scene. The experts of our day haven't a clue about what this eternal plan is. If they had, they wouldn't have killed the master of the God-designed life on the cross. King James Version says, none of the rulers of this age knew it, for had they known it, they would have never crucified the Lord of glory. So Lucifer and his demonic princes, the rulers of darkness, did not know the genius plan of God. They were clueless, and they haven't gotten any smarter. If they'd have known, they would have just left Jesus, just let him live. They didn't know that they were going to be thoroughly and completely defeated. They had no idea that their ideas were going to be destroyed. They thought they were winning. They did not know that they were about to be branded as forever losers. No. Lucifer and his demons live in a pride-filled atmosphere of delusion. Truth is not their reality, just as those who follow them live in delusion. Truth is not their reality. You ever watch the news and think, how in the world can they believe that? They're delusional. Satan and his rulers actually still think that they can win. They are part of a delusional kingdom. But they didn't win 2,000 years ago, and they are not going to win today. Please understand that Lucifer and his princes are not better planners than the Godhead. It's not even close. It's no contest. The greatest strategy Lucifer ever had was to take over heaven. And he got 1/3 of the angels to participate with him. He was going to sit on the throne of God. That was his great strategy. And I believe that God had given him the ultimate insult, because God the Father didn't seem to be overly bothered by it. The Son, Jesus, didn't seem to be overly bothered by it. Holy Spirit didn't seem to be overly bothered by it. It's not like they said, oh, wow, Lucifer's up to something. We better get up and do something. No. They just turned to a seraphim standing in the throne room and said, Michael, get your guys and kick him out. Revelations 12:4 says there was a war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought. Lucifer and his angels fought. And Michael and his guys threw him out. Lucifer and his guys aren't even as powerful as Michael, let alone the Godhead. Michael is bad to the bone, by the way. And there are no angel graveyards. Everyone you see in the Bible's working tonight. Michael's somewhere. Our God, our King, our present Holy Spirit are genius planners. And their brilliance is about to be seen on planet Earth again. Right now. Their omniscience, their omnipotence, their omnipresence will be seen again in another brilliant plan that's beginning to now unfold. The Godhead has never been outmaneuvered. They've never been outthought. They've never been outsmarted. They always have a plan to win. Romans 8 and verse 11 tells us that the same Spirit that raised Jesus Christ from the dead lives in us. Holy Spirit is with us and He is in us. Jesus said in John 14 that He would be our teacher, that He would be our guide. He said that He would empower us. He said in the book of Revelations to His ecclesia, to the churches in the book of Revelations, He said, hear what Holy Spirit is saying to the church. It was a command. It's a command to the ecclesia to hear what He is saying, not just what He has said. Of course, we pay attention to what He has said. But the King said, you pay attention to what He is saying, because He said, He will show you my plans. He will show you even things to come. He doesn't just show you a salvation's plan, although that is number one, you must be born again. but also he will do a deep dive, the Message Bible reads. He will do a deep dive into the purposes and plans I have for your times and reveal them to you so your faith remains strong and so the ecclesias I'm building will prevail. And that's the idea, that's the plan. The plan is that we prevail, not that we lose. 2 Corinthians 3:18 says we're to go from glory to glory to glory. That's got to somehow mean bigger and bigger and bigger and better and better and better. Yes, God has a plan, and it is genius, and yes, we are going to win. The true church of Jesus Christ is going to overcome, and they're going to reign with Christ on the earth in our times, not just when we get to heaven. Romans 5:17, in this life, reign in this life.